Hey everyone, Steven here. Whenever comic book companies are discussed, the two that always get brought up are Marvel and DC. And it's easy to understand why. They're both home to some of the most popular characters in all of fiction. But what a lot of people don't know is that there are so many other comic book companies and imprints that are not only successful, but have also helped play a part in shaping pop culture. That's why we're going to be talking about Vertigo Comics and why they still matter. Any conversation about Vertigo Comics must begin with Karen Berger. Berger began her career in the comic book industry in 1979 at DC Comics as an assistant editor. As someone who did not grow up a comic book fan, she brought a unique perspective that wasn't seen that often in the industry, that of someone from outside the bubble of comics. As she moved up the ranks at DC and became the primary editor for many titles, she also strived to protect and nurture the creativity and work of the creators of the books she worked on. Through this, she helped pave the way for some of the biggest creators in comics to leave their mark. Titles like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, Neil Gaiman's The Sandman, Grant Morrison's Animal Man, and many more still influence new generations of readers and creatives. As the popularity of these titles grew and became synonymous with Berger's name, DC approached her about starting an imprint within the company. One where creators could continue creating the unique stories that they were already releasing, but having the freedom to do so outside the confines of DC continuity. The imprint and the titles would be geared towards a much more mature audience, and most importantly, they wanted her at the helm of this endeavor. Berger agreed, and in 1993, Vertigo Comics was launched. With bold new stories, ambitious art, and an ever-growing roster of new talent, Vertigo is changing the reader's notion of what a comic book could be. As a result of this bold approach, Vertigo was finding more and more non-comic book readers making their way to their books. This was also helped by Vertigo's commitment to releasing collections of issues in a trade paperback or graphic novel form in regular bookstores. While finding these types of collections are commonplace today, this was revolutionary at the time and meant that readers were able to find these collections outside the confines of a comic book store and brought greater awareness to the brand. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and in 2013, Karen Berger left Vertigo Comics, and in 2019, DC Comics announced that Vertigo would be discontinued in January of 2020. Today, graphic novels have become the preferred medium for many readers and are more easily found than traditional single issues. Comic companies are now creating content for readers of all ages, and content creators are now pushing the boundaries of what is possible within a comic book. This is all part of the legacy of Vertigo Comics. Within 27 years, Vertigo not only helped change the comic book industry, they also helped redefine what it means to be a comic book reader. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this video and like to see more, feel free to subscribe to the channel below and turn on notifications so you're always aware whenever a new video drops. I'll see you next time.